Hello and welcome to Pedz Game Shack. This is episode 29, and today I am joined by Victor Mildew.
I'm enjoined to be with you. You right?
All right, dude. I was thinking as I was saying your name, Victor Mildew. I'm sure I've been calling you Ad through it because of your old username, Ad7, but I'm not sure if we will go Victor or Ad, so I just went with Victor this time. If it changes up every time, tough shit. No, no.
I can't remember anyway. I keep trying to sign in as the old one anyway.
Yeah, that's fine. It's all good. It's all good. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm okay. I can't remember how long it's been since I've spoken to you. It's been a while, hasn't it? You okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Just chilling. Not doing much. To be honest, I've been doing a lot of hospital doctors and stuff like that recently.
Oh no.
No, I've always got something going on with the doctors. I think I had an appointment Monday. I've got appointment Thursday. And I got another 2 next week.
I say it's a good job you don't live in America, isn't it? You'd be bankrupt.
I know. Jesus Christ. Sort your healthcare system out, America. And that's not to say our healthcare system is like really good. It's just at least we have the NHS. Our healthcare system needs work in the sense of the government need to inject money into it instead of shoving it up the greedy arses. That's my opinion anyway. Tory scum. Anyway. How have you been? How have you been recent? Like, it's been a while, as you said, so how have you been?
Yeah, not bad. Just sort of plodding on. Many people are saying it. I can't believe where the year's gone. I mean, it's insane that it's November already. I mean, it's part of getting old that all the days seem shorter and that, but yeah, not enough hours in the day, it seems.
Yeah. Are you working on a new Christmas song?
No, and the reason would be I would like to do one, but there's been no inspiration, and trying to do something like that without any real inspiration or sort of creative spark or anything is pretty much a no-go, because they're pretty shit anyway, but they'll be really shit if I...
No shit, how dare you? How fucking dare you?
Yeah, I'd like to. I'd better get on with it if I'm going to do it. Got about 10 days.
Yeah. You need to get on with it ASAP then, don't know. No excuses, dude.
Oh, who can we goad into leaving because I've got something to write about? Ed, you're a twat. Leave the forum.
That's it. I'm done. Never returning again.
Oh yeah.
Okay then. So the podcast, for those who are unfamiliar, we tend to discuss 3 topics, which are currently playing, top news, we play together. Quite regularly we don't have top news, but today I thought I'd make the effort and actually look for something, and fortunately 2 threads were posted on the forum, so I thought I'll just go with them. Yeah, so there you go. So we'll start with currently playing, and I would like to know, Victor, what are you currently playing?
I've had several things on the go. I've just started a game called Crosscode on the Switch.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Heard of that.
Yeah, I played a little bit of it.
I'm really enjoying that. It was recommended by a friend, a long-time friend from school, who was, I might have put that before actually, he's Mr. RPG Man. We always like trading RPGs at school, and like if he says an RPG is good, then it's always worth looking into.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it. I mean, I don't know how far you got, if you really got a feel of what the game's about or anything.
I played it a couple of times. I didn't get that far. It seemed alright. It seemed kind of like RPG.
Did you get into because it's got quite a long intro sequence? Did you get into sort of what I call the main world, where you're doing just overworld battles and things. Did you go that
Yeah,
far?
yeah.
Yeah, you'll be familiar with the battle. What's it called? Like a rank, but the battle ranking system.
I can't remember. It
Where
was a
it's
while
like
ago I played it.
because outwardly it looks a bit like something like Secret of Mana, where you're
Mm.
just fighting the enemies, but as you are beating enemies, a little bar fills up along the top of the screen. You start off at rank D, and this happens in real time. So as you're beating enemies, say you beat, I don't know what the number would be, but say you beat 5 enemies, it'll rank you up to C, B, and A. And then if you were to stop fighting, you've got a set amount of time to go off and start another fight and keep that chain going. And I really, really like that because it creates a really cool sense of urgency. Like if you want to keep a chain going and rank up within this fight, because then you get better drops. So there
Yeah,
might be a
makes
would be a
sense.
standard enemy that might drop, I don't know, a bag of crisps.
Mm.
But if you were to rank up to rank A or S, if you keep it going long enough,
Get a
S, then
big bag of crisps.
they start dropping the salt and shakes and stuff like that. So, but it's surprisingly addictive. That I wasn't thinking. Well, I liked it at first. I was thinking, this seems like it's going to be quite cool. But that little dynamic of moving between different areas and desperately trying to keep that thing going to get. So there's like a big mechanical bull, and you've got to harvest some meat off it. The meat only drops at rank A or S. So lots of going around the area trying to hit the lesser enemies, get this thing up, and then dash off while the chain's still going. It's surprisingly surprisingly addictive little gameplay loop. I'm really enjoying it. It's got a real old school Super Nintendo RPG charm to it.
Yeah, I started playing it. I can't remember how long ago. It was while I was streaming on the G Arcade channel on a more regular basis than once a year. Because I'm sure we were doing a GR played, and I think me, Jiggle, I can't remember. It was me and a few other people playing it, and I played like 2 or 3 times, and I was like, it's coming off Game Pass now, so well.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. I wonder if that's where I've heard of it before then, because my mate recommended it. He's like, oh, you should play this, and I looked at the artwork, and I didn't really recognise him, but something about it rang a bell, and then I checked Game Pass, and it wasn't on it. So
It
maybe
definitely
maybe that's
was.
why I've heard of it then. Yeah.
I'm looking on G Arcade right now for GR played, right? No. But yeah, I don't really remember it very much, which is a shame because it could have been pretty like interesting. I just remember it being like all right from where I played of it. But as I said, without playing a lot of it, it's hard to really judge a game, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how big the game actually is. I mean, I've been grinding a bit to get level up a bit because it's quite, like I say, I quite enjoy that aspect, and leveling up's quite good fun. If you can keep that chain going and seeing the XP building up, and if you die within that chain, you lose it all. So it's quite a nice little risk reward thing going on. But
Yeah.
it says I'm about 15% through, and I've been playing for about 3 hours. I'd say about an hour of that is just milling around doing stuff I don't really need to be doing, like grinding. So I don't know. I mean, it might be like a 25, 30-hour game, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, GR played, I've looked beer. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people were taking part. Jiggles, I think, was the one who mentioned it, and I did a little image, GR played, crosscode, and I replaced the face of the main character with his avatar, which at the time, it may still be, is a dog.
Perfect.
Trying to make it a bit
Crossbreed
funny.
Yeah, it's good. It's I mean, I don't know, you never know with these things, do you? Like you think, oh, this game's amazing, and then a couple of hours in you think, right, this is just the same thing over and over again, and you drop it. So I'm hoping it keeps this kind of momentum up. I'm really enjoying the premise that the world you're playing is actually an MMO, and you're playing some sort of unseen character that's playing this MMO. I think that's quite a nice little thing, because it looks like it's going to be quite daunting at first. Like, oh god, this looks quite intense, but it's actually pretty simple.
Yeah.
Nice little quest.
I remember enjoying when I played it, but like I said, because it went off Game Pass, I stopped playing it, even though I did have it on PC. But I didn't want to have to start again, so yeah, I kind of just went like, fuck it.
I picked it up on the Switch. I could have got it on quite a few other things, but I thought it'd be perfect for the Switch. It's been really nice. It's a nice game to play off on I don't remember what you call it now. Handheld mode.
Yeah, I get that. Just
Yeah, it's
chill
nice.
playing handheld. Like,
Wonder if it's multi. Do you know if it's multiplayer?
I have no clue.
Because it's like Secret Romana, and then you pick up. Yeah, there's people that log in. Log into
Yeah,
the game world, and you can sort of invite them to join your party if they're not sleeping or something. I wonder if another player could control them. That'd be quite cool.
it would be. Yeah, I don't know. I doubt it because indie developer weren't it, or maybe they didn't have the resources to do it, or maybe they didn't think of that, or maybe they wanted, do something different. I don't know.
There's been some nice little things. Do you know if it was a Kickstarter or not,
No, that's
or
another thing I don't know.
an early access? Come on, Pedz, you should know everything.
I
So
don't.
if it was an early access game, I'll have to read up on it because there's been a few little sort of characters that you find out of nowhere that say, "Oh, I'm a developer," an NPC that just says, "Oh, I'm a developer," and this is where and it says something like, "Oh, this is where the fishing mode was. I wonder if they'll put it back in." And there's another one where, oh, actually, no, it's a Pokemon reference. I was just thinking there's one building you go into which is clearly like was it the Pokemon Health Center thing? Where you go
Yeah.
in and they said about recharging your balls in there, but they took them out because players found it boring. So it's probably a Pokemon reference, isn't it?
Does sound like it, yeah.
Yeah. And I think I had a Pokeball symbol on the floor, drawn in carpet or something. Yeah, but I'm enjoying that so far. I've also been playing, and I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this because it's a French word. It's a Jusant, but spelt Jusant, which has just come on Game Pass, which is the climbing game. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Yeah, I've been meaning to play it. It looks interesting. Even
It's really good.
it looks really simple, but it looks really enjoyable to just chill and play. Obviously, because I haven't played, I don't know how in depth there is or if there's any kind of story. But just what I saw of the initial announcement did look like it was just something you could relax and play. Like,
Yeah, it was. It's about, I don't know, about 4 or 5 hours long, maybe. There's the premise being that you're at the bottom of this huge rocky spire, and you just got to climb to the top, and you've just got a rope, and you've got the triggers on your controller. One is your left arm, one's your right arm, and I don't know if you played Astro's Playroom on the PS5
yeah, of course.
with the monkey climbing bit.
Yeah.
Imagine that. It's like that.
Oh, that's cool.
But more sort of skill based. Like you've got to look and plan a route across somewhere, and your length of rope is finite, and you've got 3 hooks you can put in at any point to anchor yourself in case you fall. But when you anchor one, you can also lower yourself down and swing. So it's there's lots of different routes to get to where you're going. There's lots of collectibles to find, and it's a really nice little puzzle. If you can see something which is clearly a collectible, that's quite obviously a collectible area, it's quite out of reach, and planning, well, how the hell am I actually going to get to it? And having to actually really climb to get it, climb to a bit, anchor yourself, lower yourself down, get to another platform, anchor onto something else. It's really good. It's really relaxing. Really
Yeah, it
nice.
sounds it. It definitely
Very,
looks
very
it as
pretty.
well.
Very
Yeah,
pretty.
it's a very nice looking game too. Yeah, I remember seeing I think it was announced like at E3 or something. It was like a games thing. Can't remember which one. There's so many, and I was like, oh, it looks pretty cool.
It's nice as well because of the nature of it just being this huge rocky spire that you've got to climb. Your objective, you always know your objective is up.
Yeah.
There's no confusion of where you go, and it's just how you go about progressing further up. And because of that, they don't make all the handholds or whatever it is you're going to be grabbing onto. They're not like slathered in white paint or yellow markers, or there's no really obnoxious big arrows to tell you where to go. It's always pretty obvious just by the way the terrain's laid out if there's going to be things to grip.
Yeah.
Really nice.
That's cool.
Well, there might be a little patch of grippy bits, but there's no way of getting near it. You think, well, if I go another route, climb higher than climb the main route, latch on, and then lower myself down, and swing across, I might be able to get to it. Really nice.
Yeah, it does sound interesting. It sounds a little more involved than how it looks, but obviously, like I said, having not played it, I've only seen a trailer. Can't really judge
really,
like that.
really, really good.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like something I'd be interested in trying. Think I've downloaded it on the Xbox, but I can't be quite sure.
I forget what else I've been playing on there. I played something else that was equally as that kind of feel. It was quite a short game. It'll come to me in a minute. But I finished 3 games over the weekend. One of which the one we're going to talk about. So one was the one I was just talking about then, and there's another smaller one. Completely escaped me what it is, but I'll come back to it. But I got a new PC a couple of weeks ago, and of course
Nice.
that means doing the traditional thing of just downloading all your own stuff and just
Yeah.
going mental. I'm just going, oh, that runs well. Never play that again.
Download Crisis, see if the PC can run it.
It's funny. That game, actually, it's funny. We've finally got to the point where Crisis doesn't actually look that good anymore.
Mm.
Really interesting. When you actually look at it, you think, it's pretty and all that. You think, yeah, we've finally got into the realms of things looking really, really good.
Can't disagree with you there. Could, just to be an arse, but I'm not going to. Yeah. So, what games have you been playing on your PC? Just testing, like, quickly.
I've decided to finally permanently build myself a proper racing setup. So
Oh, nice.
beforehand, it was all set up in the other room, which I was sharing. It's all basically my PC was on a desk that my wife worked at, and I had like my racing stuff I just pushed to one side. And anytime I wanted to do anything, I would have to drag my chair across, move the monitor, move all the cables, push a chair out the way. And like I've said with setting up VR in the past, it's the fact that you've got to do all this stuff just really it kills your enthusiasm to do something off the cuff.
Yeah.
And it's just a bit of a faff, and it just feels like just a bit of a shitty way to play. It's like I just really it just doesn't feel you're not sort of really in the zone of doing it. It's like playing with your TV in another room almost, just looking through a doorway. It's a bit strange. So that I thought I'd finally do it. So we swapped all the rooms about. So I got a proper big frame for a freestanding monitor thing. I got a new setup. It's all just permanently set up. So I've got my VR headset is permanently plugged into my side. So if I want to play anything VR, I just press go and play it. If I want to play any racing stuff, I just connect the wheel rim to the base. Otherwise, I've got my lap tray that swings in with my keyboard and mouse on, so I can just play it and I can work at it, which is quite nice as well.
That's
So during
awesome.
the day, if I'm working at home, I just plug my laptop into the monitor and sit and work there. So it's a really nice little space. So mainly, I've just been testing the old racing thing. I've not had a proper session on it yet, but just testing anything and everything.
Are you still playing that Formula One game you said you subscribed to before?
Oh, iRacing, is that the one?
Might be. You just was subscribed to it, not
Yeah, that's my
like.
subscription one. It's funny, that's actually been a year since I let that lapse.
All right.
I can't remember. It's quite expensive it's like a sort of, 80 quid a year, which, in the grand scheme of it, if you're playing it a lot, isn't really that
Yeah.
much. You'd spend that going down the pub twice, wouldn't you, if you're going to do it these days? But
Well, in London, yeah.
yeah, it's ridiculous. I actually resubscribed at the weekend. They had a Black Friday thing, which is like 25% off. So I resubscribed to that, and I had a quick go on it, and being able to pump all the graphics up to maximum now, and it's like, oh, lovely. So yeah, I'm going to get back into that, I think. But
That's cool.
I've got maybe 5 racing games on the go, a couple of which I actually properly play, and other ones that every now and then when I just fancy playing go-karts, I'll stick Kartcraft on, or if I fancy playing, I don't know, some just like proper Formula One, I'll stick the F1 game on or something. But got a couple of main ones. Had to go on Half-Life Alyx again. I've forgotten how amazing that game actually is.
See, I need a proper VR headset on PC so I can play Alex, as in Half-Life Alyx.
I bought a new. Here we go. I bought a Valve Index headset as well because my old headset was letting the side down. I got a pretty cheap. I say cheap in relative terms, but it's considerably cheaper than it would normally cost to get one off eBay, which arrived in pretty much perfect condition. So I've got I'd actually give you my old one. The problem is that it uses the 2 sensor base stations which plug in the corners, which I'm using with my new setup. And you'd have to buy them, and by the time you bought them, you may as well just buy your own
Yeah,
set.
that's
It's just,
fair enough.
I would just give you my old. Yeah, it's a bit of a shitter. It's a shame because it'd be nice just to give that to somebody because then you could play it because that's what I played it on the first time and it was
Yeah.
amazing.
I see. It just it's be nice to play a new Valve game, you know.
Yeah, it's so good. I mean, you can see why these things don't come around very often because the production in it. I mean, it's like a proper AAA. If it was something you just played normally as a first person shooter on a regular screen, you'd be saying, "Oh, it's brilliant." You know, just looks. There's no compromise in it. But you can also then, because of that, see why it would take so long to make one, and why people would be reluctant to spend the money on developing something that not many people are going to get to play.
Yeah, yeah, it's a shame, really. Um, VR didn't take off as good as they were hoping, I guess, but still doing better than some expected, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe.
it's just like the Quest headsets and things. I mean, quite a lot of people have got them.
Yeah,
My Quest 3 seems to be doing pretty well. I mean, it's just finding that right market for it, really, isn't it? I mean, it's locked to the PC, isn't it?
yeah,
Unfortunately,
yeah.
think how many people could play it if you could play it on PSVR or Quest or something. But there you go.
It's no fame, man. Need to win the lottery and buy all the fucking stuff.
Yeah, it's such a shame about those base stations because, like I say, I'd give you that. You could happily just pass it to someone else when you're done. It's not like it's worth a great deal of money these days. But then you've got the silly things you've got to plug in the corner, and as
Mm,
amazingly accurate as they are, you've got to have. I've got poles set up in this room now, vertical and horizontal poles that are mounted to, and it's still a bit of a pain in the ass.
yeah, sounds like like really good VR where you haven't got no wires or you haven't got any of these things and still perfectly accurate, but I wouldn't know how they would do that, so fuck knows.
Yeah, I mean, like because I've got this as a permanent setup now, it's fine. But that was
Yeah,
part of my thing before. I'd have to go and plug all those in, get an extension lead, and yeah, now it's all plugged in. It's fine. But yeah, I mean, say if you were to, I don't know where you game. I think you might have mentioned is your PC in your front room?
everything of my gaming stuff is in the living room.
Yeah. See, just that in itself would be a pain because you've got kids about and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's just what a pain. Yeah. So things like you can see why things like the Quest are way more popular. You just put that on, and it uses sort of they call it inside out tracking, where it doesn't have these external things. It's just got sensors in the camera, which effectively visually latch onto things on your desk or around you and use those for tracking.
Yeah, fair enough. How accurate is that?
It's pretty good actually. It's for I mean, unless you're going absolutely mental and doing cartwheels and stuff, it's pretty good. The only thing it suffers with is because it uses those to then track the controllers in your hand. So if it can't see those, it can't accurately track them. So, if you've got your hands behind your head or something, which you can, and you can, it's pretty damn good though.
Mm, that's fair enough. I've obviously got PlayStation VR. No, not obviously, but I have got PlayStation VR, and I did have a go at that a couple of times. And as enjoyable as it is, it was like you haven't even got to set up all the other stuff, but it's still a pain to pull it out every time I want to
It
use it.
really,
If it was
that's
just
it.
having it set up all the time, you'd be like, yeah, I'd play them all, but I just can't be asked to faff,
It's that,
especially
that's
with
it.
kids and that. So,
That's it. Yeah, I mean, it's like anything, isn't it? It's like if I don't know if you even got to go and get yourself a special controller out, it's still just that. Oh, okay, it loses that pick up and playability. It's like
yeah,
like the setup I've got now. I'm considering myself pretty lucky to be able to do that because I don't think as many people that if you've got a family or something or just don't have the space
mm,
would be able to have this kind of stuff just lying about effectively. I've got everything to hand here, but just yeah, it's because I've made that step of doing it. I'm using it more. Whereas if I was going to play Half-Life Alex, I'd be like, right, I've got to pull that chair out of the room. I've got to then go move all the stuff off the desk. I've got to push the monitor out of the way, plug the base stations in, unbox the headset. Can't be asked.
yeah, I get that. It's a shame, but yeah, I need to sell the kids.
You could sell the kids and buy base stations, and then you can have the headset, and then we're all good.
Well, moving on to top news. Well, we've got two top news topics today, which are the Nintendo Indie World thingy. It's not a direct, is it? And then the Game Awards announcements. I thought we'd mention them, because why not? But did you watch the Nintendo Indie World?
You know, that was tonight, wasn't it?
At 5 o'clock, yeah. Did you watch it? No, I forgot.
That's a no. I would like to pretend I did and go, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll just mention a couple of the games that looked interesting to me, right? Shantae Advance, Risky Revolution, I think it was. Yeah. It's the back in the day, 20 years ago, roughly. Maybe 20 years ago exactly. They were going to release Shantae 2 on the Game Boy Advance. They never finished it, and it got shelved. Well, they've now gone back and finished it with a lot of the original team. I think they said all of it, but I don't know what. To finish the game and actually release it, and that's coming out next year, which is pretty cool.
That's cool. Yeah, have you ever played a Shantae game?
Yeah, I've got a few of them, but the first one I played was the Game Boy one, I think, but not on the Game Boy. It was on something else, like 3DS or DS or something.
One of those series. I mean, I put one on the Wii U, if you can remember what they are. Can't remember which one it was.
But, I remember
it was on sale for something stupid like £1.50 or something once. So I'll give that a go. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I remember enjoying Shantae, but obviously there's 5 of them or something now. 6 with this one, something like that. Anyway, but it's basically a Metroidvania with some interesting, cool power-ups and stuff. So
yeah,
if you don't like Metroidvanias, you won't like it probably, but most people do. So
it's got a cool female lead as well, which you don't tend to really get without it making some, I don't know, just stupid thing out of it. It's nice. It's just a really cool little character.
Yeah. Don't forget about Samus. She's a cool lady too.
Oh yeah. I used to think she was called Seamus. My friend used to play Super Metroid, and I didn't know that it was a woman, and I just saw the thing in the top, and I thought it said Seamus. I was like, Seamus.
Seamus. Brilliant. Let's see where else. How looked alright. It's kind of like a turn-based kind of strategy game where you've got to avoid these wolves and stuff, and you've got to plan your move 6 steps in advance. So you got to kind of guess where the wolves are going. I think you'd actually are a puzzly kind of guy.
Yeah. That sounds pretty cool. I'm looking at the Nintendo homepage, and in typical Nintendo home style, they've got thumbnails of the games that were announced, but of course they've split it over 12 pages.
Yeah.
And then when you click into one, it doesn't give you anything, just because gives you the thumbnail art. So I can see how, and I just clicked into it. It says I'm none the wiser, but
yeah. Another one that came up was the star named Eos. And it's a puzzle game. Again, I mentioned that because it seems like something you might enjoy. But it did look alright, kind of. It's like a puzzly game with camera and all that kind of crap.
Cool.
Another one was Blade Chimera. That looks like a Metroidvania kind of set in the future. It looked pretty interesting. It looked very Castlevania to me, but like a futuristic Castlevania. It's cool. A Highland Song. It is obviously set in Scotland. It is from the way they described it, it sounds like you got to work your way through the mountains to get to the ocean. But there's different routes you can take, so you can play multiple times, and you're supposed to get there faster through different routes and experience different things and meet different people. So things like that. It sounded pretty cool.
That's cool. Do you happen? I mean, it's hard to tell with these Nintendo things. Do you know if any of these ones you've said so far are exclusives, or?
I think a couple. I'm not sure because I didn't write them down, but some of the ones that were shown today. Were timed exclusive. And two of the games that were shown that Howl and a game called Backpack Hero, where you go through dungeons and item management is a big thing of it, and you like upgrade your backpack as you go in, your magical backpack or something, and then you like come out of the dungeon and build up the town. Both that and Howl are out today, but obviously yesterday for the people listening. Yeah, yesterday. They're already out. Obviously, another one that came up was Death Trick Double Blind. And that's a detective game set in a circus. And you play as two different guys. A PI with amnesia and a magician. And you play as those two characters. And you've only got like a set amount of things you can do before you have to move on and stuff. So it sounds very puzzly, very interesting.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there's some good indie games coming out in there. Just like looking at the thumbnail that's on the first page and some of the ones that are on there. I mean, I recognise a few of them, but just think like Switch is such a great machine as long as they run well on it. It's such a great machine for playing this type of thing, isn't it? I mean, I almost feel bad when these things appear on Game Pass and I play them on my Xbox. I mean, it's lovely looking at them on a nice telly and things, but some of these things suit handheld play so much.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't do much handheld play though, because I don't need to, but some games do seem more suited to it. I think, steering away from the indie thing, I think that's one of the big issues with Nintendo with this console, because they merged the home and handheld consoles into one console. I feel like that they've dropped some of the unique handheld titles they had.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's if you like my much neglected 3DS, you know, I almost forget about that console, and every now and then I'll find it in my drawer, my game drawer. And of course, being a Nintendo console, it's like somehow the battery's still fully charged after not using it for 30 years or something. And every time I put that on, there's something about it which immediately leaps out. Apart from the 3D aspect, leaps out of just being like, it just feels really unique. It might just be some little quirky way a menu works or something that you can only get because it's a dedicated handheld game. That you don't seem to get that sort of thing when you're playing handheld on the Switch, because like you say, it's got to work in exactly the same way when you dock it.
It's a shame, really. I still kind of prefer the Wii U to the Switch. Like, don't get me wrong, obviously the Switch is like slightly more powerful and what have you, but I thought the two screens was a lot more interesting than just one screen that you can take with you. Obviously you can't take the Wii U with you, but you can do asynchronous stuff, which I thought was really good. So there.
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? It's I didn't really use it that much, but when I did use it, like playing was it a little Luigi game that was in? I can't remember what it was in. Was it in Nintendo Land?
Oh, yeah, the ghost one.
Yeah, that sort of thing was really interesting.
Yeah, I enjoyed that, and the Mario one, where you have to like.
Was it Mario Chase?
Yeah, in that one you'd be chasing the other people, and in like the other people would be chasing you, and in the Luigi one you'd be chasing the other people as a ghost. I think something like that.
Yeah, so that was it. The Luigi one, I really remember because you can see. Do you control the ghosts? I think.
Yeah, I think you do. Yeah,
and you've got the screen. You've got what's on the telly on your thing, but you can see everything. But the person playing on the telly can't see you, and you just got to creep up on them and scare them.
Yeah,
we had some proper good laughs doing that, making each other jump.
Yeah, so definitely an interesting console, and it's a shame it didn't do very well. I think Nintendo shot themselves in the foot with announcements and stuff. So, oh well. The other thing we were going to talk about was the Game Awards. They haven't actually been done yet, but I wanted to mention just like some of the categories and see what way your thoughts lie. So, Game of the Year, right? The choices are Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Brothers Wonder, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Have you played any of them?
I've played Tears of the Kingdom. I got Alan Wake came with my graphics card, so
Nice.
I have that to play. I haven't played the first one, and I looked earlier, and I've somehow got it on Steam. I think back when it was if being delisted, I bought it in a panic, thinking, "Oh, I'm never going to get to play it," and then didn't play it. So I've decided I'm going to play that one before I play the
Yeah,
second
I
one.
would. Also,
Yeah,
have you played Control?
yeah. Oh, I love Control.
Have you played the DLC for Control?
I did. Yep.
Well, one of the DLCs for Control links with the Alan Wake
Yeah,
stuff.
quite heavy. Yeah, it's quite
Yeah,
heavily, isn't it? It's like he's almost like he's writing the story you're playing in
yeah,
that DLC, isn't he?
yeah. It's really cool, and
Yeah.
yeah. I like for me, I've played four of the games in there. I've played a bit of Alan Wake 2, but I've only done the first chapter in the game, or whatever the fuck it's called. I've played Super Mario Wonder, but I've only done the first world fully. I've played Baldur's Gate 3, but I haven't finished the game. I'm still on Act 1. I've played The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, but I've only done 3 of the 4 thingies. So, like, none of those games I completed.
All right.
But, like, every single one that I've played there, I've been enjoying. Even Alan Wake 2. Like, I didn't personally like Alan Wake that much. I thought it was quite boring. A lot of people really like it, especially the atmosphere now. And that is good, and the writing is good. It's just I found the gameplay a bit dull. Whereas Alan Wake 2 seems a little more interesting so far. But that could just be me.
Nice.
But I've only done a little bit, so like, I can't really judge too much. So yeah, there you go. Just wanted to your opinion. So technically speaking, by default, yours would be, if you were to vote, Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, I think it's a pretty damn good game. I mean, I can't. I'd have to go back and actually try and suss out which games I played this year, which came out this year, because because I've got such a big backlog that sometimes you play something and go, "Oh, the best game I played this year was this," and it's like, well, it's a 10-year-old game.
I
So
know.
I think it's quite possible that, apart from the indies, it's quite possible the only game I've played from this year is Tears of the Kingdom. But it's brilliant. I loved it. I mean, I did finish it. I left some stuff unfinished to go back to at some point. Purposely left a nice little set of side quests to go back to. But I said looking at. I mean, I can, from the good buzz I've heard about all of these things, that seems outwardly to be a pretty solid list of Game of the
Yeah.
Year stuff.
Best game direction are the same games.
Oh, okay.
Best narrative, the Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, and Final Fantasy 16.
I haven't played Cyberpunk at all. That's another one I want to get.
Yeah, I want to get to it. I've only played a little bit of it.
Classic, isn't it? Back when it was not doing well. I mean, within days or weeks of it coming out, you could get a PC key for that for like 10 quid.
Yeah.
No, and now it's like, oh, it's really good now. Oh, great, I'll go and buy it. It's like 40 quid. I think, oh, well, I've got enough stuff to be. I've got enough other things to play first, but I will get it.
Yeah, I completely get that. Best art direction: Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Lies of P, Super Mario Brothers Wonder, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
I have played Hi-Fi Rush. I didn't finish it, but don't know if you played that one, but it looks stunning.
Yeah, I haven't played it, but I am interested in playing it. I got it downloaded, ready to play. I just haven't got to it.
It's one of those
games,
things,
man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I thought, because it came out. I mean, didn't it get announced? Like, nobody knew it even existed. It got announced and then just came out on Game Pass the next day, didn't it?
Yeah, and everyone was raving about it, and I'm like, damn, I want to play it, but I'm playing too many other games.
Yeah, I think that's why I dropped it, because I was enjoying it. I was like, but I don't really want to be playing this at the moment. There's other things I want to be playing, so I was like, I'll come back to that one, because I think they said it's never going to leave.
Yeah,
If I remember
that's
correctly. But it looks gorgeous. It's one of those things you can't quite believe that it's a 3D game. You know, the artwork looks so animated and flat in a good way that you can't quite believe it's just all polygons. It's very, very pretty.
Yeah, I will get to it. Best VR AR. Have you played any of these? Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Humanity, Resident Evil Village VR mode, and Synapse.
I've not played any of them.
Oh, I'm surprised. I thought you would have. I don't know why, but I just assumed you'd have played Gran Turismo 7.
No, I haven't got a PSVR 2.
Ah, it's not backwards compatible with the PSVR, is it?
No, and I refuse to pay £500 for something which is going to be craply supported.
That's fair. See what else that you might have an interest in. Content Creator of the Year. Best YouTube face.
Did it say best YouTube face?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, I wish that was a category.
Most anticipated game. These are the 5 games for next year. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hades 2, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Star Wars Outlaws, and Tekken 8.
Hades 2 is a good shout, isn't it?
It is, even though I haven't played Hades.
You know, oh, that's
No, it's a game like I wanted to play, and then I heard that you need to complete it multiple times to get to the end, and I'm like, have I got enough time to do that?
Well, I've never finished it. I'm not good enough. I've got to the end boss a couple of times, but I thoroughly enjoyed playing up to that. I wouldn't say you need to do that at all, because it's one of those games, you know, you could die within 2 minutes of starting a game. Like a typical game will last you, you know, unless you're having a good run, it might last you like 5 or 10 minutes. And in that 5 or 10 minutes, it's very it's got really cool. It's got loads and loads and loads of really well voice acted dialogue in it, and it just seems to have unlimited voice things. Like if you die to a certain character with a certain weapon in a certain room in a certain amount of time, when you go back to the start, someone will comment on it in those specifics. So it's very, I don't know how they've done it.
That's cool.
They'll go, yeah, they're like, oh, you know, properly voice acted, like, oh, Pedz, you know, you died to Cerberus again, did you? That'll teach you for going in there with that shield, and then really, yeah, they'll basically take the piss out of you for dying to something.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look at it. It sounds
Really good soundtrack
really
as well.
good. No, I haven't heard the soundtrack, but I've seen stuff about it and like just some trailers and stuff, and I do want to get to it. It's just getting around to it, man.
Yeah, there's just too. I mean, what a nice problem to have, isn't it? That there's too many good games. I mean, we could be in a drought of crap games, but it gets to the point where you get to games way after the main chat about it's finished, and then there's nobody to sort of really share that experience with, which is,
Yeah,
I think. It's like Final Fantasies. I think that's going to be incredible. I mean, I really enjoyed the first chapter of the remake, but it's the sort of thing. It's quite nice to get in on some games like Alan Wake 2. I'd like to play that sooner rather than later. It's quite nice to sort of be able to chat with people about it while lots of people are playing it. Like with Elden Ring, I mean I love that game, but everyone really, you know, most people have moved on from it, so there's not really many people to chat with about it. Whereas when Bloodborne came out and everyone was just discovering things, it's really nice to be there day one and discovering all this stuff that's going on.
No, I can get behind that. Yeah, I didn't get into Bloodborne very much. I did play it for a bit, but I didn't get it. But Elden Ring, I fucking adored and played that.
Yeah.
Finished it, and then like I was streaming that like every time I streamed. And when I was like, oh, I fancy playing some more Elden Ring, but I can't stream right now. Made a new character and played a new character for a bit, stuff like that. I don't do that with games.
Yeah, it's, I'd saved it for quite a long time, and also you know when you can build up sort of reward credit on your Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I'd built up enough. I built up £50 worth, so I just bought it for free. So I got it for free,
Nice.
which is amazing anyway. And I knew I was going to enjoy it, but I hadn't really on purpose. I hadn't looked into what it really was. I just so you know, an open world Dark Souls game, basically. Okay, cool. I'm going to enjoy that. I wasn't quite prepared for how much I was going to enjoy it. I mean, I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it's I've only finished 2 From Software game. Well, 2 Soulsborne games, which is Dark Souls and Elden Ring. Every other one I've played, I've dropped because I just got bored. But
Yeah.
Dark Souls, I end up finishing. And I enjoyed that. Elden Ring, I played, and I was like, yeah, I much prefer this.
The cool thing about it was as well was like my wife she saw me playing it right from the start, and she enjoyed watching me play it because she's like, oh, I'll never be able to play something like this, but she enjoyed watching it like a film. So we played most of that together as well.
That's cool. That's cool. Good way to do it. So we're going to move on to We Play Together, and the game we played for the episode is Brok the InvestiGator, which is a nice bit of punnage because you play as an alligator. I think it may be a crocodile. No one knows.
And Brok also rhymes with croc.
Yeah, that's true. Would it be funny if his name was Croc the Investigator, wouldn't it?
Or cock, yeah.
What did you think of Brok the InvestiGator?
I really really enjoyed most of it. I mean, I finished it from what I understand. I mean, did you get to finish
I finished
it in
it.
the end?
Yeah, I finished it.
Oh, cool. That's good then. I don't know what the spoiler policy is on this. Are we alright just talking about all of it?
Yeah. Look at spoilers ahead. Spoiler alert.
The one person's just gone and just turned the podcast off.
Damn, my only listener.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's I find it quite an unusual mix of styles in there, because it's like you've got outwardly it seems like almost your first impressions, it looks like a bit of a flash game, point and click game, but it's got really nice character art in it. It's got a really nice, I thought they're really nice expressive things. It's really well voice acted.
Yep.
And it's got it deals with some quite good issues. Like, the main character has an adopted son because his wife died in a fire. And it's quite heavy for what looks like a kid's game.
Yeah.
And I think their relationship's one of the main stories that runs through the whole game.
Yeah, very strained, like.
Yeah, and you can switch between the two characters every now and then, which is quite a nice little touch. I wasn't expecting to be able to do that.
No, I wasn't expecting. I just assumed you'd be Brok doing your shit, like, and that's it. But then from chapter 2 onwards, I think you can switch between Brok and Charles.
Yeah, and
his name isn't Charles. It's Graf, as Victor just said.
But also, when you switch characters, I was expecting it to be just literally just change characters and just pretty much like, who do you want to play as, rather than playing anything different. If you get me, just
it's like two separate stories going on at the same time.
And
they interconnect at times.
Because Graf's at school, so you can switch to him doing bits of his class, and there's the way the narrative works, which you discover when the game ends. It gives you like a tree of all the decisions you made, and then it just outright tells you that there's 25 endings, I think.
I have no idea how many endings there were.
Yeah, it's something like 25 endings. It says, hey, look, here's what you did, and here's where a major fork in the story happened, and so there seems to be a lot of replayability. But I thought it's I hate to call him a tramp, but that's what the game calls him at the start. The guy that's outside Brok's apartment.
Yeah.
Did he die in your game?
Yep. He died.
So that was like an early thing. Like, oh, that's quite heavy for what looks like quite a kiddie game. I wasn't expecting this poor homeless guy to die because you didn't get him some medicine.
Yeah, I was going to buy medicine and I was trying to build up the money to do it, and then stuff happened and the game moved on, and then it's like next day Trump's dead on the floor.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting, because I thought I'll just save some money up getting the fight. So you go back and just you walk out and Brok goes, he's dead. I was like, what? He's dead. Oh no, like I didn't get him his medicine. Like, oh, poor guy. I was like, oh, that's pretty bleak.
Yeah.
So, oh no, like I was like, oh, I felt really bad because you can choose to stick up from him off the the squealers, you know, the
the rat
bully
people,
mice.
yeah.
So I thought, oh, that's that done, you know, next, and didn't really expect him to die from medical complications.
Yeah. Yeah, he does actually say to you, like, get medicine and all that stuff if you talk to him enough. He'll explain about it, but he tell him not to bother, you know, he's going to die, whatever. You know, all you're doing is delaying the inevitable and stuff like that, but, like...
Yeah, and he's quite depressed, isn't he? And you can try and sort of talk him around and convince him that life's worth living. It's quite heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a
Yeah.
few things that, like... It's like some of the things I was like, I'm not sure about it. It's even like one, like chapter 4. Finished chapter 4, but I was like, I'm sure it's one of the other characters. I'm sure it's the robot, but I didn't go for the robot. I thought, I'm not going to go for the robot. I'll go for the guy accidentally killed himself. That's what I'm going to do. I don't want to be mean to the characters because they all seem likable. And I'm pretty sure it was the robot.
Oh, it was, yes. Yeah, it was the robot, because the thing that gave it away,
Was it?
or tipped me off, you know, did you get to the dialogue where it showed its arms extending?
Yeah.
As soon as it showed that, I thought it's either going to be a suicide, as in the guy's instructed it to push it up into the vent because you have to get the ladder down, or the robot's done it. And I thought, well, there's a ramp there that goes up. I thought maybe it's the robot. But when you're interrogating the robot, you've got to be quite on it, because it just keeps sort of it keeps sort of proving you wrong. It keeps going, well, you've done this, and all the other characters are going, yeah, Brok, where's this going? And he starts doubting himself, going, oh shit, yeah, maybe I'm on the wrong path. And at one point, it gives you the option to change your mind. So I was like, no, I'm sure it's the robot, so I'm going to stick with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, eventually proved it was the robot.
Yeah. I thought it was the robot, but I just didn't go with it because I just thought, you know.
So what happened when you picked the other guy? What happened? How did it get resolved?
Everyone went off fine enough, and then Brok has a nightmare. And Brok has a nightmare of the guard of the police chief answering the phone, and a voice talking to him, and then he says, right, you kept your end of the bargain, and he hangs up, and then he says, right, there's a killer robot on the loose, or something like that, and then loads of robots leave. And then the next day, in the next chapter, you go to a sign and it says, 2 scientists and a security guard killed by someone, no one knows who.
That's the robot. Well, that's really interesting then, because when you eventually suss out that it was the robot, you discover that the guy wasn't dead.
Really?
Yeah, he's not dead. So what the final thing is, because you say, oh, you pushed him into the vent, because it took about 20 minutes a question. You push him into the vent, and he fell out the vent on the floor, and he's dead. And the final part where the robot goes, well, something doesn't add up, because he was nowhere near the vent. So say if he fell out of there dead, how is he nowhere near the vent? And it's like, oh shit, you know, like, and it tells you you've got one chance out of the 9 choices there to prove. Oh no, it gives you 5 options of what to do, and it's like, you know, the weasel guy moved the body, this happened, the security guard came, and I was thinking, shit. I was like, hang on, wonder if he's not dead. It might be that. So I picked it, and he goes, he's not dead, and everyone goes, oh, what are you talking shit? And then the guy wakes up. So yeah, he wasn't dead.
Damn, we had quite a different change there.
Yeah, so that's really interesting then.
Yeah.
So by picking one of the other people who it wasn't really, he wasn't. Yeah, so he's pretty much
fucking knew
dead.
I should have gone with a fucking robot. Fucking knew it.
It does a really good job of trying to dissuade you from sticking with it. About 2 times in that questioning, it gives you the option to switch to someone else.
Should have stuck with my gut.
Yeah, it's quite. I think that was the biggest. That was the main bit where you did some proper sleuthing, I'd say. There's only 2 or 3 times where you interrogate someone, but it's quite straightforward. You know, it's not really anything other than just, oh, here's what I think. Whereas this one was as you've just proved, there was an actual different outcome from that.
Yep. It was. Is it also like different endings? I had the fight together ending. Didn't have the canonical ending.
Oh, I got the canonical one then. So what happened
Uh,
at the fight? What happened at the fight together?
the fight together ending is you go and save Charles. Graf. Charles. You go save Graf from the Squealers. And then you go to meet up with D. D seems to be dead, and then you fight a lot of robots. You go back to your house. Afterwards, and you and Charles decide to start fighting to clean up the town together. And he doesn't go to the dome.
So hang on a minute. So yeah, so that's a huge difference from what happened in my one then. So did you, as Brok, did you not go back to the what's her name? Hang on, Shay's garage?
I did go back there. Oh fuck! It was to go back and use the fucking letter, weren't it?
Well, in that case, God, yeah. So you got a really different ending. Because I was going to say, because I didn't realize it would be that different. It's quite clever, isn't it? It's more in depth than you think.
Yeah.
It's quite deceptive. It's the most out of bloody left field. So did you have a final battle then?
No, the fight was like shit tons of robots.
Right. Yeah, this is fucking bizarre then. So the final fight for me was that the chief of police was a robot.
I fucking thought he would be. I was told earlier in the game that he might. We've spoken to him, a robot, before, and I assumed it was him because he seems suspicious as fuck.
They just came out of nowhere. He's a robot, and then you fight him in this sort of rubbish dump type area, and then he then brings in a giant robot that he fights inside, and you fight this giant robot. And then once you've done that, you go back to Shay's garage, and you put a special password in, and then she's got what looks like an egg chair in there, and you go in it and effectively time travel back to the start of the game.
Really?
Yeah, it was the most like, what the bloody hell's going on? I mean, she's all the way through the game, she's been saying sort of time travel-y type, you know, you're
Yeah,
not supposed,
exactly.
you're
Yeah.
not, I was thinking, oh, I wonder where this is going. I wonder if she's just like some sort of little, if she's going to turn out to be a time traveler or some weird thing. But yeah, for Brok to get in this egg thing and go, right, I'm going back. And then I thought, oh, that's quite a cool mechanism. I wonder if then when you do your new game, if you'll go, this looks familiar, you know.
Yeah, it could be.
But something I did do, I went back to her garage after she pretty much tells you to bugger off and leave her alone for the rest of the game. I went back there, and there's a lock on the door, and I guessed what the password was. So I went in. I mean, this is way before I was supposed to have gone back there, like 2 chapters before then. I went in there, and she goes, what the hell are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here yet. This isn't how things are supposed to happen. And then a big earthquake happens, and the world ends. And
Wow.
so you properly sequence break it and the game ends.
That's cracking.
Yeah, really. God, yeah, it's completely different. Because I was thinking, because I was telling my missus about it, I was like, that game had the most out of nowhere bizarre ending for the type of game it was. They're suddenly fighting like robot people and time traveling.
Yeah, well, for me, it was fighting a load of robots, and I mean a lot of robots in a pit with Charles and and Graf. Me and Graf, well, Brok and Graf were fighting loads and loads and loads of robots. A D was dead.
Yeah, so in that fight,
I forgot to get Dr. Pickles. I left him locked up in his room.
Oh, did you?
Oops. Whoopsie. I think he's like gherkin or something, and not pickles.
Yeah, it's Dr. Gherkin. I thought I really liked his artwork. I thought the artwork and all the characters was really good. I thought it was really nice. It reminded me the Stork from the Disney Robin Hood film.
Yeah, I like the weasel guy, the other Dr. Mink.
Oh yeah, Mink. Yeah, because he looked really shifty, didn't he?
He did look really shifty. He even sounded really shifty. The voice acting I thought was really good, actually.
Yeah,
for everyone,
really
like
good. Yeah, really good. But yeah, so that fight then, that pit that you're in, I was fighting with D, and uh, Charles wasn't there.
Oh.
I think you'd fallen out with him enough that he didn't want to take part. He didn't want anything to do with you anymore. By by then, I think he's just like a piss off. So yeah, I was fighting with her, and then fighting giant robots, and then going off and time traveling.
That's cool. Was it did you pass the tests? Did you get into the dome with
No,
no?
I passed I passed one of them, and then the bit where you go off to the museum. Was it a museum?
Yeah.
Yeah, I passed that one, but I was still I was over the thing that you needed to be in to get in there, and then the robot said, "Oh, but we're going to dock you something because your dad's a member of the drummers already, so you docked 50 points." So I didn't get in.
Yeah. I dropped to 40, I think. So I was like just on 10 points under or something. It's like, fuck you, game. Fuck you,
Uh,
game.
and then later on, you can give the money that you were supposed to inherit to the hacker to try
Yeah,
and cheat
yeah.
your way back in. It's interesting that was dark as anything as well, wasn't it? Did you? Because I don't know if it links to the way you answered your interrogation questions, but I basically admitted to murdering my wife to see what would happen. And he
Oh
goes, "Oh
no,
no."
I said no.
Yeah, so I said, "Oh yeah, I did it." And he goes, "Come on, Brock, like I know you didn't. You're not that type of guy." He's like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm not really." But I wondered if it was linked to that because then um, Graf starts sort of thinking that Brock might be trying to kill him to get the inheritance.
Yeah, because of this fucking screeners.
Yeah, and then they just have this like screaming match back at the house. It's like you only adopted me because you want to kill me off to get your inheritance. I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I didn't get that happening, so I went
Yeah,
to save him
they had a
instead of going to
proper
meet up with D.
yeah, they had a proper like because he's shut himself in his room. He's going like, Graf, you know I care about you. He's like, no, you don't. You're trying to kill me off. You just want the inheritance. It's like, no, how can you say that? And then he just says, oh, you did this and you just. He's like, oh God, maybe I did, but oh no, yeah. It's like, God, this is dark as hell. This is.
Yeah, I would like to know what happened with some of the stuff. Like it doesn't explain like what happened with her because like the start of the game, it starts off everything's on fire. You were walking towards her, and then she's like calling you a liar and whatever else. And it's like, is that some sort of memory that has been suppressed?
Well, the time travel bit, the password to get in that door was um, s- time erases memory. So Brock, before he gets in the thing, he gets told that everything's gone to shit, but the only way to undo it is to pretty much go back and have another go. So I don't know whether you would then go back and you would go, oh, I remember some of this. But I think when the chief of police is doing the classic villain thing of saying why he did everything, I think he was the one that started the fire in the slums that she died in.
Ah, bastard.
So he's remembering it differently.
Huh. Interesting.
But yeah, so that was the canonical ending. So it's interesting that in your game, maybe maybe he did kill her by accident by starting a fire. I thought it was nailed on. You know, the director, the robot director in Graf's school.
Yeah.
I was sure that was going to turn out to be the wife
Yeah, I
rather
thought
than
that for a little bit, but it
yeah
turns out it is actually the kid's
yeah yeah. I
mother.
thought it was going to yeah. I just thought oh it's he thinks it's his mum, but it's not really, and he's going to turn out to be brothers with Graf or something. But no.
That would be funny. But yeah, I enjoyed it though because like you obviously had the point and click stuff. I did use a few hints sometimes, not loads, but I did use some because it was getting to the point where I was like, I need to get this game finished so I can talk about it. So I'll just use some
Yeah,
hints.
that was I did the same. If we hadn't been if I hadn't had this sort of deadline, self-imposed deadline, really to because I wanted to finish it before we talked about it,
Yeah,
I would have refused to, and I'd have with a point and click game, it's nice to really
yeah,
work out yourself sometimes, isn't it? But there's a couple of the hints I used. It was during is gathering the clues to interrogate for chapter 4. I didn't have
Yeah,
enough clues
I used a lot there. A few there,
because
loads,
I found
hundreds.
that was a bit of a criticism on that one. Was like there was a lamp, and I'd clicked on it enough times to exhaust the dialogue. And then when you had to go back and re-examine the scene, I clicked on it enough times so there was no other way of searching it. And then it said, "Oh, I need to go back and check the lamp." It's like I checked that like 10 times over 2 different things. So to have to go and check it again is like, well, how would I have known to have done that?
Yeah.
Apart from just that frustration going, oh, fuck it, I'll just click on everything again.
Yeah, that's what I did as well, was like certain things like that. And it's like, I checked the flowers, but I had to check the flowers again. But I think there was enough clues there to accuse anyone, because there was one with the nanites and the coffee and the flower petals to make it seem like that maybe Mink did kill him, and with the nanites and putting the flower petals in his coffee, because he did say he worked with it, and it'd slow the heart rate of the worms down, his test subjects.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, there's enough. Like you say, there's enough to have done anyone really. I mean, I wonder how you would have proved the security guard did it. But then you question the security guard, and he had access to the records, which he wasn't supposed to have access to, and he could wipe them because he's supposed to wipe them at the beginning of every day. So you could have probably accused everyone. That's really interesting that when you accused the wrong person, it just went with it. It didn't go, it was me all along, and then
Yeah. I went against who I thought was the killer, and went with maybe just I don't know. I was like, I kind of like these characters. I'll just say it was him. It's like most of the time when an option come up, like do something bad, I was like, no, I'll just leave it. Like a lot of times, like try and do something. They seem a bit upset. Do you want to leave them be? I was like, yeah, I'll just leave them be. And I've done that quite a lot, and I think I shouldn't have. I should have just been a pushy dick.
Yeah, I did that. I made a point of thinking every now and then I'm going to do what doesn't seem like the right thing to see what happens. Like, saying in the interrogation, I thought, well, let's see what happens if he admits to murdering her. And it was good that it then turned around and went, don't be stupid. You're only saying that. Oh, yeah, maybe I am then. Because I wondered if you get some really bizarre, you get locked up or something. Like the when you get put in the cell with Sin, isn't it?
Sin, yeah.
When you get put in the cell, it seemed like there was a load of options for getting out of there. And in the end, I just beat up the guard.
Oh, you beat up the bay?
Yeah.
I didn't see. The way I got out was I had Sin call him over to fix Sin's sink, because I broke Sin's sink.
Yeah.
And then he would come in, fix the sink, and I would drop cat fur in this hat. He would put the hat on and pass out.
That's good, isn't it? Because it said he's allergic to it. But I think I just wound him up enough. I can't remember how I did it. I think I wound him up enough. He goes, right, you're asking for it now. And then just turned the thing off and just came in for a scrap, and I just beat the shit out of him.
I had a fight with him later in the game, and he was fucking hard as fuck for me.
Yeah.
One hit would take off like a third of my health, and I was like, okay, I'll go and level up a little bit and come back for this fight. I leveled up once, and it made very little difference. But I just started going, I'll just dodge more while he does his charge and punch him a couple of times, then dodge and then punch. So,
I thought it's quite interesting, the Streets of Rage type mechanic. I was playing with mouse and keyboard, and I found it a bit. I wish I'd had a pad to hand. That'd have been nice to have played that on a pad. I think it would have suited more on just clicking them. It would have felt more connected to what I was doing rather than just waving a cursor and clicking a mouse. But it was pretty cool. You could do that, and also I liked that you could use that for puzzle solving. Like you could just flick into fight mode at any time.
Yeah.
And if something was highlighted in red, you could just whack it and get a reaction off people.
Yeah, I remember I was in chapter 4 in the science area, in the room where the robot is.
Yeah.
And I was jumping on the table, and I was like, because one of the things Brok says is, I wonder how I need to jump to reach that lever. I was like, okay. Jumped a couple of times, couldn't reach it. If you press on the Xbox pad, A and X, you do like an uppercut kind of thing. Well, that was reaching it, but it wasn't counting. So I was trying in different positions on the table just in case that did work. but it didn't work, and I accidentally punched the kids.
Oh.
And he's like, "Why did you do that?" I was like, I didn't mean to. Sorry."
Yeah, it's good that they all react. And
Whoops.
sometimes, like if you were to jump on someone's computer desk, they go, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to work here. Do you remember the bit where you've got the professor, you're in a bunker and he's tied up to like a shock machine?
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
get that?
Yeah.
Did you accidentally kill him?
No.
You know the button thing.
Yeah.
I switched into the fight mode. And I saw it was highlight. You could highlight it red. I thought, let's just punch it and see what happens. And when you break it, it just gave him a lethal shock. And properly, he goes ah, and just dies. And and the D goes, "Oh, what the hell are you doing? You killed him." "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to kill him. I only And then just gives you a game over. It's like, that's pretty dark that it let you just outright kill the bloke.
Yeah. No, I didn't kill him. I freed him. No, I didn't. I freed him, and then I think he ended up getting locked in the room, so he was forever stuck in there. I'm assuming he's dying slowly.
Like the crystal maze, you just didn't go and buy him back out again. You just left him in there.
Whoops. Didn't mean to do it. But yeah, I would recommend this game to people who haven't played it, even though we probably spoiled most of it for you. It's still worth playing. Because the journey is interesting, and it's quite a bit of, like, when you go through the whole, like, the end where it shows you the chapters and the choices, there are a lot of choices, a lot more than you realise that actually have an effect, and they do seem to.
Yeah, I'd recommend it as well. And also, I think even because I paid for it and because we're doing this, I stuck with it longer than I would have done. If it had been on like Game Pass or something, I probably would have started it and taken one look at it and gone, this probably isn't for me. Whereas because I stuck with it, and I'm glad I did. I don't know if you poked around in the options when you finished it, but they had I think it's reading up on this. Cowcat, the developer. I think it's just a single person's.
Yeah, I'm sure I've heard of Cowcat before, but I am.
Yeah,
Sounds familiar.
I didn't recognize any of the other games they've done, but I think it's one person. There's I was looking in the unlockables, and there's a fan art section, and everything was locked. And I scrolled down and it said submit fan art, and I looked at the message on there, and it says something along the lines of, if you've got some fan art, send it to, and it lists the social media things. It says send it to me, and as long as it fits these guidelines, I'll put it in the game. I just thought that's really cool, because I thought, like, if you had a younger kid or someone just really, really likes drawing art or something, like if you had a younger kid playing this, which you might not want them to because it's quite dark in places, but like I was thinking, if I was like 12 or something playing this, I'd probably really enjoyed it for a start, and I probably would have drawn a picture and sent it to them, because I thought I'd be.
I can't draw, so I would have been a stick person. A stick crocodile.
That's like quite like a nice thing to do. I don't think I've ever seen that in a game before. I'd see that sort of thing would normally be reserved for like Kickstarter bonuses, or
Yeah,
you'd have to almost pay your way in. But he's just like, nah. Well, I assume it's a he. I don't know. Could be anyone, couldn't it? But
yeah,
it's just like, yeah, it could be a gator for all I know. But yeah, I thought it was quite a nice little touch.
Yeah, it is really cool, and it's set on Earth. We will tell you that. It's set in the future, like way in the future. Yeah. In the museum, there's a human skull, and they say it's from like 1 million years ago or something like that.
Yeah, that was it. They say something like, "Oh, the people that used to live on this planet that all died out," and they called them like something like human Ilias or something, wasn't it? Or
something silly. But they were saying they were quite intelligent, just not as intelligent as us and stuff like that. And also in the game, they're like, yeah, as humans. And I was like, wait, what? You're a fucking crocodile alligator thing. You're not a human. I'm a human. Yeah, but it seems to just be what they use, humans.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if that's like an accidental hangover from a different draft of a script or something, maybe, because that does seem like a really odd, considering how consistent the rest of it is with everything being in character, for them to call themselves that, unless it's some sort of, they know that's just the people that live on Earth are called that or something, and they've just stuck with the name.
Yeah, seems possible, like, but yeah, I think we're going to end here as we've been going for a little, about an hour and a quarter. But I really enjoyed my time with it. I think it was a good game. I'm probably not going to go get different endings because there's just too many games to play. But, it's very interesting. I had fun with it.
Yeah, likewise. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to go and play it 25 more times to get endings. I'll just read up on them. But like I was saying, with playing something when other people are playing it, I'm glad we both played it at the same time, because that was quite a wildly different outcome on that.
Yeah.
I'd have had no idea that it could be that different. That's really interesting.
Yeah, it's literally, you went back in time to start of the game. I went home. Me and Graf were having a chat. His friend walks in, whose name I've forgotten all of a sudden, and says, "Oh, I've got to go to the dome now because of the way the world is." And then he leaves and goes to the dome. And then me and Graf are like chatting away, and Graf's like, "Yeah, I've realized that I've just been denying who I want to be. I want to be here with you, helping sort out the slums."
God, yeah. I mean, it's so. I mean, they had this horrible screaming match, and he said he hates Brok so much that Brok decides to go and time travel to try and put it right.
But does he? If that's the canonical ending, I wonder if there's like another ending that's meant to be the canonical ending, or like after that, like 2 playthroughs, it's slightly different.
Yeah,
or if it's like that's the proper ending, and all the other ones are like where you've meant to have gone back and done a different ending together. Like,
I might at some point. I'll keep it installed. I might start and play like the first sort of 10-15 minutes or something, and see if it makes any reference to it.
yeah,
That'd be quite a cool little thing to be if you're playing it through and he makes a reference to it. Because there's in the hallway to his apartment, there's a shower and a toilet block that you can never go into.
Yeah.
I wonder if little things like that might open up. Who knows?
Have you ever punched the toilet door?
No comment.
Because I've punched the toilet door repeatedly, and then I hear, "Hey, leave me alone! It's occupied in here," or something. And then
So you're talking about in real life?
No, no, in the game, you do that, and the guy, you just hear, "Hey, leave me alone! There's someone in here," kind of thing. And then I've gone back another day and done it, and it's like, "Oh my god, you're back! Leave me alone!"
No, there was no one in there when I did it.
I think I had to punch it a few times. It wasn't just like once; it was like a couple of times. Then it did it.
I punched the door at the apartments.
I didn't see. I just tried speaking to the doors.
Yeah, I just whacked them, and then they were like, "Get the hell out of here!" One of them gave me one of the little advert things to bugger off.
Nice. I didn't get a lot of them. I think I got like 50. So.
Did you scan the QR code on it?
No, I was thinking about doing it. I just never did.
It says the last digit is 8. They all say the same thing. The last digit is 8. So I wonder if in multiple playthroughs that code might be different as well. So you might pick up all the different codes from different playthroughs and then piece together what the code is for that desk.
Yeah, the desk that's in the side room.
Yeah, Shay's side room. I wonder if that's how you're going to get the code, is by multiple playthroughs.
Ah, didn't think of that.
Quite in depth, isn't it?
Yeah. That's a really cool game. Hopefully the next game they do that I play by them will be just as interesting.
Yeah, well, they're now on the old radar of developers. If I see something by them, I'll certainly give it a go.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's going to be it from us. Would you like to plug anything?
No, for once. Look out for my Christmas song in February.
No, man, you need to get one up before Christmas. You need to enter into the charts, man.
Yeah, he only takes like 300 sales to chart these days. I think I could do it.
Exactly. G Arcade would probably buy at least that many copies.
If I call it Balan's Christmas Wonderland, then
Joe
Joe
will buy
I might.
fucking hundreds on his own. Yeah.
That's there you go. There's the genesis.
That's a good idea, actually. But yeah, that is going to be us then. I will be back in a week with a film. Not sure where the film is going to be. And then in a fortnight, I'll be back with another game. I would like to thank Victor for taking part. It's been a pleasure as always, dude.
Yeah, it's nice. Thank you.
Good to chat to you, dude. And that's going to be us then. So bye-bye.
See ya.